Yo, what's up everyone, Bergen here, and it's hard to believe that the Starfire Protocol Warlock build has gotten even better in Lightfall. Thanks to new solar fragments and updated armor systems, Starfire continues to do insane damage while also gaining new healing capabilities. In this video I'll be covering exactly how to update your Starfire setup so you can breeze all of the most difficult activities that Lightfall has to offer. For my Solar Warlock veterans, many of this will look familiar, but pay attention carefully as some things will be changing. Obviously this build revolves all around the exotic chess piece Starfire Protocol and throwing tons of fusion grenades. If you've seen my previous Starfire build video, you should already have the aspects set up. Touch of Flame will buff your fusion grenades so they explode twice, doing even more damage. I also prefer to use Icarus, which is a really strong movement tool and helps you evade sticky situations. However, you can swap in Heat Risers for the additional healing abilities depending on your playstyle. Moving on to the fragments, you'll recognise Ember of Ashes to apply more scorch stacks to targets, but the other three fragments are new additions to the build. Ember of Resolve will actually cure you for Solar Grenade Final Blows, which plays perfectly with Starfire since all we'll be doing is blowing up enemies with fusion grenades. Next is Ember of SEARING, which creates fire sprites after defeating scorched targets. Quick reminder that fire sprites are basically the solar version of stasis shards and can interact with your subclass. An example of that is using Ember of Mercy, where picking up a fire sprite grants restoration. So you can see that with the new fragments, we're going to have so much healing capability on top of doing all the damage with our fusion grenades. And since we have so much healing, this means we can opt to use the Empowering Rift. Naturally, Empowering Rift increases your weapon damage, but shooting targets while standing in that rift also recharges your fusion grenade, an extra benefit from wearing Starfire Protocol. And to close out the abilities, I do prefer to use the Celestial Fire melee since it has the extra range and has been more reliable than the Incinerator Snap. Next up is armor stats and mods. You'll want to prioritize armor rolls and mods that build into resilience, recovery, and discipline. Resilience gives us the extra damage resistance for survivability, recovery helps recharge our rift, and discipline will continue to regen our grenade ability. So make sure to use armor that focuses on these stats and round out your build with armor mods. On the helmet, Ashes to Assets is a must-have because it provides super energy on grenade kills. This will make sure you'll always have a well of radiance ready to go. Now you may notice that I'm only spending 1 point for this, and that's due to the seasonal artifact mod Authorized Mods Grenades, which discounts all grenade armor mod costs. So let's take advantage of this while we can. Creating orbs of power is now critical for build crafting, which is why I'm using a harmonic siphon, which will create orbs on solar weapon final blows. Most of the time, when running a solar subclass, we will have a solar weapon. But no, you can change this mod out for whatever weapon element type you are using. Lastly, I also slot Radiant Light so that I can give extra armor charges to my teammates when casting a Well of Radiance. I really focus on playing the support role on a Warlock, and this is an easy way to buff my surrounding teammates. For my arms, Bolstering Detonation grants additional class ability energy when doing damage with my grenade. I'm also using 2 firepower mods which will spawn orbs on grenade kills, which again is super important for build crafting, and you'll notice that these are cheap to stack thanks again to the Authorized Mods Grenade Artifact mod. On my chest piece, I do double stack Charged Up, which will increase the amount of armor charges I can hold. Bit of an elitist Bergen take here. Some of you are going to ask me, what about my resist mods, Bergen? And I'm going to say to you, get good, you don't need them to survive in this game. Have more armor charges. Our boots are going to help build the synergies we receive from picking up orbs of power. First we have Recuperation, which will heal us on orb pickups, another strong avenue of health regen. Next we have 2 solar weapon surge mods, which is going to provide a small bonus to solar weapon damage. Stacking 2 of these we do get a 17% damage buff. You can technically stack 3 for additional 5%, but I think 17% buff is enough. Keep in mind, solar mods are also at a discount thanks to the similar artifact mod, Authorized Mods Solar. Please note, if you are doing DPS to a boss and end up using a certain heavy weapon that has a different element, you will want to change your surge mods to match. Now on our class item, I do recommend using Reaper, which will spawn an orb after your next weapon final blow after using your rift. Unfortunately, this mod is currently bugged and is disabled, so for now I'm just going to use Bomber. I also am using Time Dilation, which honestly I will be using in nearly every single PvP build I make. Time Dilation will extend the duration of decaying armor charge, meaning your buffs will last 15 seconds as opposed to only 10. There is one passive artifact mod to know. Now, this isn't needed for the build, so once it's gone, don't worry about it. We're just using it because we can. And that is Solar Surge, providing us with an armor charge on picking up a fire sprite. A reminder that we spawn fire sprites thanks to the Ember of SEARING fragment earlier. What's great about this build is you have the freedom to use whatever weapons you want. Keep in mind, you want to pair the weapons that make sense with what buffs you're receiving from armor charges. This setup, we're buffing solar weapons, for instance. So, Callous Mini Tool, Incandescent, provides Scorch, Cataclysmic, Solar, Galahorn, Solar. All great options. So to quickly summarise, we're going to be leveraging Starfire Protocol to have near infinite fusion grenades doing insane damage. We're also going to be self-healing thanks to new fragments and fire sprites, and we'll be constantly providing ourselves and teammates with armor charges so we can buff our weapons damage. Now before we go, something to share with you guys. We recently just partnered with Rogue Energy, which literally makes you a better Destiny player. Only if you use code BERGEN at checkout though, 20% off. Right, that's it. Spiel on how to like, comment and subscribe, which I'm not sure why I have a pop on screen to show you how to do that. Because if you don't know how to do that, I'm not sure I can help you. And obviously, if you like this, hit that like button. I'll see you in the next one, gamers.